My name's Challenge Wells. I'm the head of academy for Southport Yacht Club. Today we're just going out of the Holywell Sailing Squadron to watch some coaching and give these kids a few pointers. All these kids have passed some form of learn to sail program, whether it be at this club or another club, or they've had past experience with their families. So now they're at that point where they want to get into club racing. So we're teaching them the fundamentals and techniques to help succeed in that. Or they've been doing club racing for some time and they're looking to go to their first regattas. Or some of these kids have been doing it for years. They've competed at nationals, they've placed well at nationals, now they're looking to go to worlds. And the coaches really need to tailor their approach for every child. So you might have someone new to racing on the same course as somebody who's going to worlds, but the feedback that you give to each child is going to be different. Somebody needs to work on technique, so you give them that advice. Somebody needs to work on those techniques that they would have learned a year ago, but they're not doing it to 100% of what they could be. And that's the coach's job, to make sure they're doing it 100%. So the patrol just makes an all-round great, whether it be inshore racing, offshore racing, or training. It's got the two comfy seats. The seats are built in a way that you don't get thrown about. Like on any other boat, if you're going over wakes or waves, out the seaway, you might hit yourself on something, whereas the seat just grips to you like a harness. Everything's in reaching distance. The ropes and the anchor kits are easy to put over the side. The tow pole at the back just makes everything so much easier to get boats out of strife. Excellent seating just all around the boat, so if you have extra participants, they're not sitting on the tube, which you never really want just for safety. But yeah, the extra seating just adds a level of safety there. So something we've noticed is just how soft and dry the ride is, especially when we go offshore racing, you're going through heavy swell. And just the amount of space. We take a lot of very large buoys and anchor kits offshore, and without that space, we just wouldn't be able to achieve the same level of quality that we do.
I'm Matthew, I'm the yachting manager at Southport Yacht Club, which means I look after all of the boating activities across all the various venues that we have at the club. So here at Southport Yacht Club, we've got 4 venues, starting with Main Beach, our biggest venue with a 300 berth marina. We do the most fuel use in Australia through our fuel services there. Got a mega yacht berth, a very large restaurant and a couple of function rooms. And we also have a hard standing facility for trailable boats, a lot of social functions, and that's where we run all of our offshore yacht racing, which they go out and race offshore races as far as Mackay, Byron Bay and some local events as well. And then we move on to this site here where we're standing today, which is our Holywell Sailing Squadron. This venue is home to about 100 boats that live on trailers, predominantly dinghies, catamarans and inshore boats. They all race on different days of the week, and training like here today on a Thursday for the kids. So lots of classes, lots of people. We then also have our Oxenford Water Sports Centre. It's the largest Discover Sailing Centre in Australia, so we do the most amount of learn to sail at that venue out of any club in Australia. Last year it was 10% of the total learn to sail in the country. Then our final venue is our Ducks Anchorage, which is 2 acres on South Straddie. We run sailing camps over to there. We also have our members utilise that facility on their power boats and come up and camp or stay on their boat and use the facilities. So our journey to buying some Highfields was a long one. We've probably been looking for boats for about 12 months prior to locking in a deal with Highfield. And I can safely say I think I know more about ribs than anyone else and probably any other rib dealer in the country. We sort of looked at every brand, every price point, from cheap to really dear boats to stuff in the middle, and essentially to find a boat that works for us here at our sites to rescue people, to coach, to make sure our volunteers are comfortable. Customization was really important, and for us at Highfield it was really easy. The aluminium deep V hulls were a selling point for us. The durability, the usability. We are offshore, inshore and staying dry, as any skipper on the water knows that they like to stay dry and keep their feet dry. And so that was a big part of why we selected the Highfields. And obviously the great sales team's easy to deal with, and that's why we went with them. Super stoked with the boats. Feedback from volunteers, members and the staff that use the boats has been really awesome, really pleasing to hear. It's always a nervous decision when you make a big commitment to buy something. You want to make sure everyone's impressed with it. Visually, we look like the police on the water, so everyone's giving us a wide berth. our members and all the people that come past and look at the boats think they're really awesome. So we've been super stoked. They're super usable, really easy to maintain. So we started committing to 2 6-metre patrol Highfields. They arrived pretty much, and we straight away decided we wanted more boats. They're super, super useful, really practical boats on the water. So we ordered a 380 to use out of our lake, and we're now looking at committing to another 3 boats with Highfield as well. So got lots of boats, rapidly expanding fleet, but yeah, it's certainly a boat brand that we're really proud to be partnering with.